Hello, my name is Scott Perry. I'm a professional magician and this is a magic review. It's a kind of magic. Today we're looking at Split Focus by Gregory Wilson. So the too long didn't read of this review is that this is very expensive. But in my opinion, as a worker for the last 10 years, I think is really worth it. What you receive with Split Focus is a very well-made custom set of gimmicks. But these gimmicks are not very common. So I think for the quality that they give you, it's worth the price of Split Focus as a whole. And from what I can tell so far, it's going to last a very, very long time. So if you're a serious coin worker and you want a brand new set of really nicely made custom coins, then this is definitely something for you. However, if you're an occasional coin worker, or if you're not really that bothered, and most of the routines that you do can be done with any set of coins or any regular coins or gimmicked coins, then perhaps steer clear of this because, as I say, it is very expensive. Roughly £190, $190, $200, something like that, depending on where you are. So that's my too long didn't read. If you're a serious coin worker and you're after a new set of gimmicked coins, then this is something you'll be interested in. So what is Split Focus? Well, Split Focus is a set of gimmicked coins. However, you receive a selection of really well choreographed routines. So you can do things like this, where you take something and it turns into you take nothing and it turns into something, a coin. However, the thing that you don't see is that there's not just one coin. It actually has a mate as well, which lives just there. But the mate is kind of temperamental, so sometimes the mate vanishes, which brings us to the last one, which is very strange because that one actually has a tendency to disappear completely as well. These are the kinds of things that you can do with Split Focus. However, if you go and watch the official trailer from your favorite magic shop, you'll see a few more pieces of various routines that they teach you on the project. What do you receive with Split Focus? Well, you receive this little box, which is nicely made. It's going to last a really long time, and it's a good size, not only to keep everything in when you're not using it, like now during a global pandemic, but also if you're traveling with this as well. You also receive another coin, a second coin, a coin purse, a small envelope that has the URL and information to find the instructions. There is also a small refill inside this envelope as well, so make sure that you watch the instructions to understand how you can use the refill. You won't need to use it for a really long time, but they include it nonetheless. You also receive the special ditching and retrieving device which they advertise in the trailer, which is still in the box. I don't want to give away what that is, but it's really well made. It's something that I've wanted one of these for a little while, but just never got around to making my own one. So it's nice now to have this. And the good thing about the ditching and retrieving device is that it can be used with all kinds of coin routines. Actually, it can be used with all kinds of different routines, not just with coins. Could be with cards or cups and balls, lots and lots of purposes, which is really nice and gives the project added value that you can utilize this part of the product with other routines. Other than the physical items that you receive, there are 11 routines that Greg teaches you and goes through in really good, high quality studio performances with the explanations as well. Many of the 11 routines that Greg teaches also have real world performances. As we all know in the magic industry, Greg is a worker, has been for years, and has released many products that he's performed for years before he's actually released them. So I have no doubt that this plays well in real life, but that's what you receive, 11 different routines. You may like some of them more than others. He gives you a few different ideas. There's also a bonus routine at the end, which is just something that he added, which is a nice touch to include a bonus idea. But I think considering what you're receiving in terms of the physical products, as well as 11 fully fledged routines. They are short and snappy, they're not long routines, but I think that that's a lot of content that they've given you to even get started with this, because that's not where this ends. There are hundreds or potentially thousands of different things that you can do with split focus, but the fact that Greg has given you 11 whole routines to start off with is really great. It's also worth noting that split focus comes in Morgan dollars and Eisenhower dollar options. So they're the two options that you can choose from. How easy is it? Well, I would say that a beginner magician wouldn't be able to get away with this. You would need to be at least an intermediate magician with sleight of hand, specifically with coins. The routines and the sleights and the tricks, they don't work themselves. You do have to have a certain amount of experience and practice with various coin work. It is minimal. However, I would say that this particular product is for intermediate to professional coin workers. That's not to say that if you do like a little bit of coin magic, that this isn't a great product to get stuck into, because it's going to last you probably for your lifetime, and also it sets you in really good stead to do many other routines and other things that are published in other books. So the set really serves you well. But I would say overall, you need to be at least an intermediate coin magician to begin with split focus routines. The reset time in the routines that Greg gives you is almost instant. So the way that everything's choreographed within the routines works out so that you are always working from the same pocket. You start and end in the same pocket, but there's no reason why you couldn't adapt this to a suit jacket or a suit in general if you don't perform in t-shirt and jeans like Greg does. So the reset time is instant. The angles are also pretty good on this. You don't want anyone looking over your shoulders, but I would say a good 180 degrees in front of you is perfectly fine. You could do this close up in many different situations, as long as you don't have people peering over your shoulder. But then even so, if you just keep the coins close to your chest, then I don't think that you would have a problem with people peering over your shoulder anyway. You would just have to make a conscious effort to keep everything closer to your chest, that's all. But the angles generally are really good, like many coin routines out there of this nature. And I think you're going to be able to perform this in a bar with friends, in a cocktail reception, in a close-up show, in many different situations. So I think in terms of angles, it's very versatile. Pocket space for split focus is next to none. So you essentially, when it comes to pocket space, are looking at a single coin. That's as much pocket space as you need. The retrieving and ditching gimmick does take up another pocket. It doesn't take it up entirely. It's just another thing that you will want to have in perhaps a back pocket, or if you're wearing a suit jacket, you could have it in your inner jacket pocket. You could have it in any kind of pocket that's on the sides or rear of your body, but you wouldn't want it on any pocket on the front. For instance, your front trouser pocket. It wouldn't work with that. So in terms of pocket space, it takes up next to nothing. If you're doing certain routines, all you're going to use is one coin. Other routines use the coin purse, but that's the extent of the pocket space that you will require for split focus. My final thoughts on split focus is that it's very expensive, but I think that the price is definitely warranted. The project itself seems like a completely fully fledged project, from the gimmicks that you receive to having a little bit of a refill, which you won't need for years, but the fact that they include that anyway. The packaging is really great in terms of it's very small and portable, so you can store it well. You can also travel with it really nicely if you don't want to travel with it in your pocket. However, the fact that they include little things like this, like the coin purse, you can just carry it around in that if you didn't want to have a coin in your pocket. For instance, if you have your mobile phone in a pocket, you don't want a coin in that pocket too, because it will scratch the phone. So I think that that was a really nice touch. My other final thought, I think, is that the video instructions that you receive are not downloadable. So you do have to be connected to the internet to watch them. there is no way to save them. You will have to log in to a secure area, and you will, if you don't have an account with the website that hosts these videos, you will have to create an account, which I think is a little bit annoying, but I also understand that we live in a time of digital piracy, and it's important that magicians don't get ripped off and people start sharing the videos when they haven't purchased the products. Not that that would benefit you with split focus, because you need the special gimmicks that come with it to perform the routines, but both good and bad, the fact that you have to be connected to the internet to watch the videos. But I guess that's where we're at with magic and the internet and protecting products from privacy. I think that's pretty much everything about split focus that I can tell you. I haven't used it for a really long time just yet, but everything seems like it's going to last for years. They've gone above and beyond with what they provide you with. If you like what you see on the trailer and you have 190, 200 pounds lying around, pick it up. You will not be disappointed. That's the review today of Split Focus. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it helped guide you on whether you should save up to buy this or not. For me, it was an essential purchase. It's not something that I had previously, but something that I've wanted to add to my arsenal for quite a long time. However, if you do have any other questions, leave it in a comment below and I'll reply to that when I get a chance. You can now also support this channel, as well as giving a like, a thumbs up, a comment below, a share. You can also support this channel by donating via PayPal now, which there is a link in the description below if you would like to support this channel and the reviews that I continue to do. That's it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Oh my God, Greg. You are a son of a gun.